Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. This week's video is very exciting and much needed. If you watched my previous reading vlog, which was rereading books that I previously didn't like, I'm in a slump and I've never been in a slump this bad. Like, I always thought I was in a reading slump but never felt like this. And not only am I in a reading slump, I'm also in like a life slump, and I think it's because I'm super overwhelmed at the moment. I'm trying to film a lot, I'm editing a lot, I have so much going on in my personal life, I'm getting married, like having to navigate all of that. I think my body is just ceasing, it just doesn't want to. So I found myself just watching series all day. Like, I don't want to film, I don't want to pick up a book, and it's bad. It's so bad, and that's not me. That's not me. I have listened to a few audiobooks, which I'm sure you've seen in my wrap up, but other than audiobooks, I cannot read words on a page. So I'm hoping with this week's video, we can change that. So for this week's video, it's basically two things that we're meshing together to hopefully help me get over and overcome this slump. So what that video is, we're going to be continuing series, but we're going to be continuing series that I love, that I absolutely love and adore. So maybe that will spark something, like maybe just push me out of the slump a little bit. Fingers crossed. But if all else fails, we'll try some of them in audiobooks. But for now, I'm hoping this will pull me out of whatever funk this is that I'm in. So like I said, we'll be continuing some favorite series for me. Starting off, we're going to read Restore Me by Tahereh Mafi, which is, I think, the fourth book, if you don't count the novellas, in the Shatter Me series. I know this one was an add-on to the series, or every book after Imagine Me is an add-on. So a lot of people didn't like it, but I really like her writing. It's very lyrical, it's very easy to digest, and the chapters are short. I'm rooting for the main characters, so I think this will help me kind of just get back into it. Then I plan to read All In by Jennifer Lynn Barnes, which is the third book in the Natural series. I have the last book as well, so this means we'll be so much closer to finishing this series, and I literally want to finish some series because all the books on my TBR basically at the moment are just books in series, so a lot of the times I don't want to pick them up until I've finished another series. I'm weird like that, very goal orientated, so I have like strict rules with myself, and I know I shouldn't, but it just helps me function and helps my brain work better. But yeah, very excited for this. This is a mystery, if you don't already know, and it is kind of like a CSI / true crime, so I think this is also super fast paced, so it might help with the slump that we're in. Lastly, I think this book will give me a book hangover, and I do think it might possibly kind of put me in a slump, but not in a bad way, in a good way. But fingers crossed, fingers crossed. This thick mama over here, A Court of Silver Flames by Sarah J. Maas, and this is the final book in the ACOTAR series. As you can see up over there, I don't know if my mic's gonna pick up properly because it's pushed right up against my neck, but we'll be reading this, and like I said, it's over there, so there's one book missing, which is this one, 750 pages. I'm leaving this for last, just in case I get, like with all the other books I read in the series, like in a proper slump after finishing them, because nothing else feels as good. I know this is in Nesta's perspective, and I think Cassian. Very excited to see what this is about. I've given all the books so far a 5-star, except the novella, which I gave a 4.5 star. So this is a very highly rated series for me, and I cannot wait to get into it. I don't know what's going to happen. I heard it's very smutty, but what's better than very smart, honestly, especially when you're in a slump. So those are the 3 books I plan to read this week. It probably won't take me a week. I'd say it'll take me a couple of weeks because of this chonker over here. I think these books I could probably read in a week, but we'll see. I'm currently in the thick of watching Love is Blind, so yeah, I'm currently in the middle of an episode. It's just on right next to me. I had to pause to play this because of my life slump right now. I literally my focus is not zoned into anything particularly except for trash TV. Very excited. I will let you guys know when we get started, but like I said, we'll start with Restore Me, and yeah, I'm hoping that we can get out the slump successfully. intro for this video yesterday, and look at that. I made it quite far through the first book, which is Restore Me by Tahereh Mafi, and I made it to page 299. It's completely enthralled me, just like I knew it would, because I really like her writing style. And I know a lot of people did say that the series kind of went downhill for them from like the last book, or from this book, shall I say. So the first original 3 books were everybody's favorites, and then they felt like it went downhill after this. I don't feel that way about this book. I still really enjoyed it. Yeah, there's not as much action or as much war or anything like that. Yes, the world is underdeveloped, but I still really enjoy the characters, and that's why I'm still reading. I really like Juliet. I really like Warner's backstory. I really still like Adam, although he's quite annoying, but he's starting to redeem himself. And then we have Kenji, who's just a ray of sunshine through all of this like tumultuous things that they are going through. Obviously, I cannot tell you too much about the book because the first book is Shatter Me and this is the 4th in the series, so I'm sure I've explained it extensively. And if you don't already know what Shatter Me is about, it's kind of a dystopian YA story about a girl named Juliet who has a deadly touch, and she's institutionalized for so long, but Warner is like the warden of the re-establishment, or he's the highest up son. I don't know, I can't remember what you call it. So the highest up is called the Supreme, and he's the son, so he like looks after a sector, so like a captain. He kind of breaks her out and he takes her out of this asylum to kind of, under the facade that she is like a weapon and all of this stuff, she escapes from him, joins another organization who is against the re-establishment called Omega Point, and she meets all people who actually have superpowers like her. Yeah, it's very interesting. I love YA dystopian. It's kind of in that Hunger Games, Maze Runner era. So for me, it's very nostalgic. And because this book is so digestible, I think it was perfect for me to come out of a slump. I put this on this morning at like 9 a.m. Was it not? No, it was like 8:30, sorry. 8:30, and I was just going to read for half an hour. I put this on. I started reading at 8:30 this morning, and I had the intention to only read for half an hour. I ended up reading for an hour, and then I got up to do my walk. I put on the audiobook while I was on my walk, and then I was doing the like immersive reading where I was following along the book and listening to the audio. So I've consumed this. It is really easy to read, like I said. I still like the direction it's going in. Yes, I don't understand why the series is continuing for so long. I don't know what else could happen, because yeah, I feel like maybe after this book she should have ended it. But anyway, I don't know what the rest of the books are about, and I will let you guys know. But so far I'm still enjoying it. The first book I rated a 5-star, and the rest of the books have all been a 4.5. I'm not sure if this is a 4.5 just yet. It feels like a 4-star because I'm really enjoying it and I'm completely immersed. I'm really excited, and I'm so happy that I actually am getting out of the slump. Well, so it feels. I'll probably finish this today. I'm going to put it back on while I do some chores, and then I will let you guys know when I finish and start my next book. But so far I think this is a really great start. I'm finishing series I'm in the middle of and pulling myself out of a slump. So yeah, I'll chat to you guys later, but until then I'm going to go listen to the audiobook. Finished Restore Me. I don't know when I last checked in, but I'm pretty sure it was close to the end of the book, and I think I'm going to give it a 4-star. I did really still like it. I feel very emotionally attached to these characters, and I do care about them. So for me, the story was a great like bridge between like the action that happened and also the situation they're currently in, how they're managing their feelings, how, you know, they're getting adjusted to the way things are now while they're waiting to hear if they're going to war. So yeah, I still really enjoyed it. I also, sorry, I just got a really important phone call, so I don't remember exactly what I was saying, but I know that I really did like this, the progression, I think development of Juliet is done really well. A lot of people have such bad things to say about the series, but for some reason it's nostalgic for me and I resonate with the book, so I absolutely loved it and I'm going to give it a 4-star, like I said. Then we started All In, and I'm using a ribbon as a bookmark because I couldn't find my bookmark when I needed it in a pinch. This is so fast-paced. I absolutely love this series. I don't know if I said this in the intro. Honestly, my mind is all over the place, but this is about how many are there? There's 5 teenagers that get recruited into like this wing of the FBI, and they help solve cold cases and develop into, I don't know how to explain this, develop into kind of working on active cases as well. But somehow, so far, everybody's connected to some sort of case that they are working on. And our main female character is Cassie, and hers was, I think, the first one. They all have these natural abilities, like one girl's really good at numbers, one's a human lie detector, and then we have 3 profilers as well, and they profile people depending on their behavior, their body language, and stuff like that. So it's really interesting. It's kind of like Lie to Me. I don't know if you've seen that series. It's Lie to Me. There's a little bit of like Law and Order. There's just like a lot of like things that I love, like true crime stuff in one book, but it's YA, so it's very easy to digest. It's very, very fast paced. It's really quick, really easy, and it's a great palate cleanser actually. And I think it was the perfect book to help me get out of the slump that I'm in. I can say that I finished Restore Me in 2 days, and I've now been reading this for 2 days. I didn't read yesterday. Today's Thursday, but yesterday I didn't read because I had a lot going on and I had loads of appointments and my niece was here visiting, so I didn't read anything. And so today I basically made a bunch of progress. I think I was on page like 78, I want to say, when I started this morning. Yeah, 78, and I literally read that much. I have to say that when I went for my walk this morning, I did also play the audiobook, so I was listening to it while I was on my walk as well. But very good. I love it. The whole series, I'd say, is a 4-star series for me. It's nothing like revolutionary, but it definitely helps me get out of my head. So really, really enjoy that about the book. So yeah, I'm hoping to finish this today. I think I have like 2 hours of the book left, and then we'll start our final book, which I'm quite scared of. And like I said, I think I will have to have the audiobook going at the same time because this is 750 pages. So a huge commitment, but I'm very excited to finish this series so I can start Throne of Glass. I'm obviously going to give it a little bit of a break in between this one and Throne of Glass. I have a couple other series I need to get to as well. But yeah, I'm very excited to actually complete another series so we can start another series, or yeah, something like that. Like I'm reading The Swerving Kingdom, and I'd like to finish this before I continue with that as well, because this takes up so much space in my mind. I'm not gonna lie. We'll leave room for that. I have a feeling this is going to give me a bit of a book hangover. This is from Nesta's perspective, and a lot of people didn't like that, but I'm excited to see her side of things. I've heard also that it's very smutty. I don't have a problem with smut in fantasy books. So yeah, that's my update. I've been chattering along now, but I definitely will let you guys know as soon as I finish this little one over here. I finally finished All In yesterday, and I really liked it. The ending was quite shocking, and I'm really excited to get to the 4th book. So I think I'm going to give this a 4-star. It's weird how all the cases revolve around like Cassie, who is the main character in this, and I don't know, I just found that a little bit strange, and that's why I'm giving it a 4-star as well. Obviously I can't tell you too much about the book because it is a series, but I like the whole series equally. I haven't found one book worse than the other or any better than the other. I think all of them have been a 4-star. I think the first one may have been a 4.5 just because I was really excited about starting the series. But yeah, I really enjoy them. They're so easy to digest, and it's very straightforward, very easy to understand, and a great palate cleanser once again. So I'm really happy that I finished it, and I have 1 book left in the series, so almost done with that. Then I actually started A Court of Silver Flames today. I was going to start it last night, but I just had a lot of things going on and we got some bad news and stuff, so yeah, I wasn't in the mood for reading. So I've already read that much. I'm currently on page page 239. So I'm flying through this. I will say that it is a little bit more mundane and a little bit like boring compared to the other books. Not in the sense that I'm not having a good time though, because I really am. What's on there? Because I really am having a good time with it, hence why I've read so much in one day. It's quite unheard of for me to read like 238 pages in a day, basically in one sitting. I've just been out in the sun and in the pool, and this is keeping me entertained enough. I do like Nesta's character. I love her little cockiness and sass. I think it's really funny, and I just feel like she's just been hurt a lot and she doesn't want to hurt other people, so she pushes them away. But I'm liking it enough, but it's not as high stakes as all of the rest of the book. It seems like it's heading in that direction, gearing up for something, but we'll see. But so far I'm really enjoying it, and today's Friday, so I thought I would just check in quickly because I'm going to try and finish this over the weekend, and then we can start fresh with a new video on Monday. But we'll see. So far, like I said, I am enjoying it. It is 750 pages, so I think I'm like almost a third of the way through. So yeah, very, very excited. This will be the last book in the series. I feel like I'm doing really well coming out of this slump. I have still felt like more of like a life slump because I can't be asked to like edit and stuff. I don't know what's going on with me, but so that's just where I'm at the moment. But I'm enjoying this, and I will let you guys know. I don't know if I'll update again on the weekend, but we'll see where I'm at by Monday, and then yeah, take it from there. But I just wanted to check in and let you guys know. Wait for it. 5 stars. 5 freaking stars. The whole series was a 5-star for me. I would recommend it in a freaking heartbeat. It was great. It was a journey, and it evoked emotions that I didn't think were possible with Nesta freaking Akron, however you pronounce her surname. Great. And this concludes the series as well, which is a proud moment for me. Very, very proud. I've been working on it for almost an entire year, so I had to. I couldn't not give it a 5-star. In the beginning, or at least until halfway through the book, I was thinking a 4.5 star because it was a little bit boring, a little bit like same of the same, and then it got really deep, and I really loved Nesta's character, her character development, the camaraderie that she had with some other female characters that were newly introduced. It was great. I loved the development with herself and Cassian and the found family. That for me, I think, is a standout. Like just the way it was navigated, the way she navigated her feelings towards the end. Like she's just so misunderstood, so misunderstood, and it's easy for people to say, yeah, she was a bitch, but she held in a lot of pain and a lot of resentment, and when she finally developed and allowed herself to feel these things, it was great. It was amazing, and I'm so happy that I actually read the series. Gets a lot of flack, but I think it's worth it. It's worth every little bit of hype that it has behind it. So A Court of Silver Flames by Tahereh Mafi, 5 stars, complete, and so is the whole ACOTAR series, which is amazing. Now the true question is, have I got out my slump? I think I have. I woke up this morning, I did some makeup, I filmed a makeup video, and for me, it's been difficult. The last 2-3 weeks have been so tough, but I think I'm pulling myself out of it. So just to recap, the first book we started with was Restore Me by Tahereh Mafi. Loved this book. Again, I love the development, I love the found family, I love the twists, I love her writing style, so I don't care what people say about it, just say what you want, but I absolutely loved it, and I gave it a 4 star. Then moving into All In, and I know these 2 books are also YA, but sometimes YA is great for a palate cleanser, or just like me now coming out of a slump. It's very easy to digest, it's very easy to understand. So All In by Lynn Barnes, another 4 star, which is amazing for me. Again, I haven't had great books in the last few weeks, or even I want to say months. once, but this was amazing. And yeah, I just love, again, the character growth, the adventure, the found family of it. And you know, in the book it talks about home, and home isn't a dwelling, home is a feeling. So it touched again on a spot where I needed it. I needed that itch scratched, and it did it for me. So really happy with the outcome of this video. I'm sorry again, I didn't do much. I just rubbed my lips on my book by accident. Dum dum. But yeah, I forgot what I was gonna say. But yeah, I'm completely out of a slump now. I really hope, and I completed some books in series that I had to. So very happy with the outcome of this video. I feel like I have a spring in my step again, and that's great. Very exciting. So that concludes today's video. Like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know if you've read any of these books and what your thoughts were. I would love to know. I know a lot of people hate on this book. A lot of people don't like the Natural series because it's so young and YA. But if you love crime and investigation, I think you'll love this too. Fantasy, great introduction to fantasy. The ACOTAR series, I would 100% recommend. That is everything. I am about to film another video now, so I will leave you guys to it. Please remember to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and also share this video if you would be so kind, and I'll see you all in my next one. Bye guys.